Today we discuss the role of the wide receivers and the tight ends and what's the difference between the two positions. The wide receivers and the tight ends are the primary positions who run routes to catch passes from the quarterback. The offensive coordinator is usually the mastermind behind designing the specific routes that the wide receivers and the tight ends will run. The main goal of the wide receiver is to run routes, gain yards, and to try to pick up a first down at a minimum, but ultimately to score a touchdown. Gaining yardage on each play helps to keep the offensive drive alive as they advance the ball down the field in hopes of scoring a touchdown. Side note, if an offense is unable to score a touchdown because of the effectiveness of a defense and they are within field goal range, the offense is given an opportunity to score 3 points if they successfully kick a field goal. We will discuss that in greater detail in the coming weeks. Generally, wide receivers line up on or slightly behind the line of scrimmage. They line up at the widest edge of the offensive formation closest to the sideline. The wide receivers who line up on the line of scrimmage are called X receivers. The wide receivers who line up slightly behind the line of scrimmage are known as Z receivers. And I will discuss the difference between the X and Z receivers in a later video. Because only 7 offensive players are permitted to be at the line of scrimmage prior to the ball being snapped, you will sometimes see a wide receiver looking to the closest official to ensure that they are lined up properly. And to make things just a little more interesting, there is also something that's known as slot receivers. They have the same responsibilities as the wide receivers, except they line up in the slot, which is the position between the wide receiver and the offensive tackle. So the primary difference here between the slot receiver and a wide receiver is where they line up in the offensive formation. A few skills that a good wide receiver must possess are the ability to catch the ball, which is often termed as having good hands. A good wide receiver must also be able to quickly and precisely run routes as instructed by the offensive coordinator. So, having great speed is crucial to the skill set of a wide receiver. Additionally, a wide receiver must have excellent concentration, especially in the face of multiple defenders. Given this, a wide receiver must be strong and tough enough to withstand the onslaught of the defenders. And when there are running plays, the wide receivers are expected to block against the defensive players from tackling the ball carrier. A few notable NFL wide receivers are Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, Chris Carter, and Larry Fitzgerald. I must mention Justin Jefferson here because at the time of the recording of this video, Justin signed the largest contract in NFL history for a wide receiver. Similar to a wide receiver, another ball handler, also called offensive weapon, for the quarterback to utilize are the tight ends. Tight ends are generally available for short and intermediate passes from the quarterback. Tight ends are often stockier build than wide receivers and not as fast. However, because of their size and strength, they are an excellent option for a quarterback because of their ability to catch in traffic. Also, because of their strength, tight ends are able to block for the running backs and wide receivers. They also protect the quarterback during passing plays, and they help to create gaps or holes for the ball carrier. Despite their differences, common to tight ends and wide receivers is their ability to run routes. This is the foundation of any passing game in football. There are a few critical aspects to route running effectively. Number 1, the player's ability to run the route. And 2, the coach's ability to call the proper route combination. And 3, the quarterback's ability to get the ball to the receiver on time. Having all 3 makes for an elite passing attack. Some notable tight ends in the NFL are Tony Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp, and presently Travis Kelce. And as a Ravens fan, you know I had to add Mark Andrews to this list. Come on, Money Mark, we need you this season. Well, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. Also, please make sure your post notifications are turned on so that you never miss content released on this channel. Speaking of, I will see you right back here next week where we talk about halfbacks, fullbacks, and what's the difference between those two positions. Until then, take care, you stay safe, and always remember, go Ravens. God bless.